Hello, welcome to Rough Boyz Radio, the very first official edition of your new favourite podcast. You're here with me, Rough Boy Alan Easter.
Rough Boy Matt Gregory.
Just Rough Boy Matt Gregory. So this is something that we've been planning for a little while now. This is the first official edition. We're going live. This is season 1, episode 1. I'm going to keep the seasons to it. Maybe that'll give us a bit of a chance for a break when it comes to the end of season, something like that. But this will be your new favourite podcast. This is where we're going to be discussing everything. And then, of course, if you want a bit of sports-related content, you can hit up our sister podcast, Rough Boyz Sports. That's available at the same time via whatever outlet you prefer. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, you name it, we'll be on there at least once they approve us. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, just a little bit of rundown. We'll be talking about conspiracies, we'll be talking about stuff in the news, we'll be talking about, I don't know, music, fashion, whatever we really like. Yeah, like we say, whatever we like, you will like, and whatever you like, hopefully it's the same as us. Right, Matt? Right, yeah, right, cool. Matt, what's new with you this week? Anything special happening?
Yeah, I had a birthday, mate. Well, not this week, 19th of October. Birthday, celebrated our lass's birthday weekend just gone. Party, which you were privy to.
Yes, I was.
What did you think of that party?
It was pretty good. It was a good party. Yeah, nice place.
Yeah, nice venue. Sunland.
Yeah, nice decorations. I must say the decorations were done very well.
Played a big part in that. Well, a very minor part in that. I helped put some 30s on the wall. Shout out to Sarah's sister for pretty much doing everything.
Excellent.
Yeah. Apart from that, mate, it's been a pretty tumultuous last week or so, as you're aware.
Yeah.
Supposed to be going to Las Vegas on Friday the 5th of November. 16 days prior to my flight. Here's contactors. I'm just going to out them because I've had a disagreement with them today. I was going to keep it from...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
New development.
New development, so...
In Hayesgate. Fuck Hayes Travel.
Yeah, fuck Hayes Travel. Yeah, so Hayes contacted us to say Virgin have cancelled the flight. So this was a surprise 30th trip for Sarah's birthday. She's 30 on the 1st of November, so what better way to celebrate your 30th than in Las Vegas?
Right. Sounds like the perfect celebration to me.
16 days before, Hayes tell us that Virgin have cancelled it. So I ring Virgin, they're like, no. Hayes have cancelled your flight. Well, they've cancelled the seats. So I ring Hayes back, they say it's a 2-what rate there, and there's a few different alternatives they offer, which none of them are suitable. Flight alternatives, time alternatives, and short, like smaller refunds, but not full amounts. So
just not ideal solutions.
Not a great solution, mate. They offered us a full refund, so I said, yeah, I'll have the full refund. This is on the 19th of October. They're going to expedite it. You know, that sometimes they like to chuck a word in to make it sound like it's important, but yeah, so no refund. Chased them up end of last week.
No refund?
No, the refund hasn't gone through yet, right?
Right.
Still to this day.
Okay.
I've got the time off, so we're going to go somewhere anyway. We decided we're going to Napoli.
Nice.
But to pay for that, we'll be using the refund. We've put it on a card at the minute, and we're going to pay it off.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be getting like a decent sized refund. Hasn't gone through, so like we've got like a holiday paid for, but we were paying for it with the money we were getting back.
Sort of like moving a house. The money's in the house.
Yeah, so it's a bit awkward and that, a bit difficult. So I contacted them again today and says like, look, where's my refund? You said it would be there Friday at 3 a.m. He was very specific about the time, 3 a.m. on Friday.
That is very specific.
Yeah.
It's like max time, right?
Yeah, it must be. No refund. Waited over the weekend. No refund. Today, no refund. Spoke to him. He says, oh, well, it's not our fault. It's your bank. Rang the bank. Obviously, it's not the bank's fault. No one's going to block an incoming payment to your bank account. Spoke to someone in head office who's advised that a refund wasn't processed properly. Was sorry, but I'll get back to you with an update.
Yeah.
So.
And that was today.
That was today. So fuck Hayes Travel. And I
cancelled.
Yeah. A local business done well, but the service that I've received. Yeah, great business, great guy, John Hayes.
Always offer you more.
Yeah.
Not in this case.
So that's been a bit annoying, a bit frustrating, bit of a dampener on like my birthday, Sarah's birthday. But we're going to make the most of it, but it's just we've had to fork out more to book this holiday on the basis we were getting this refund immediately.
Yeah.
So now we've got, and they don't know where the refund is. And it's not like it's 500 quid. It's an extensive amount, so...
You're being very suspicious about this amount. What is this amount?
It's 4,900 in total.
£49.
£4,900 quid in total.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's It's almost $5,000.
It's very close to $5,000.
Almost half of $10,000.
Yeah, and I'm like, I thought we'll get this back. Book anywhere you want to go. Italy, Naples. We're going to do loads of daft stuff. We're going to go to the Amalfi Coast. Proper take in Italy. Proper Italy.
Nice.
Taking a football game.
Apologies to all the other areas of Italy, by the way. 'Cause I'm sure you think you are the proper Italy too. Carry on.
So it's going to be great, and I'll probably have a bit of cash left over to
Nice.
like go towards Christmas or
Sweet. Or just live it up. Live it up when you're there, I guess.
a couple of weeks. But now it's up in the air, and I'm thinking, where's this refund at? Like, if they say it's left their account, but it's not in mine, and it was processed via faster payment. So
What is money, anyways? It's just numbers on the screen.
Yeah,
right?
well, when you've got it.
Yeah, when it's in the bank. Yeah, when
So-
you're waiting on it. Maybe.
So that's been like me the last couple of weeks. But enough of that. Onwards and upwards. What about you?
Well,
What's
I mean,
new with you?
obviously your party is still relevant to me. I mean, I went ahead. You know, it was originally going to be a costume party, with it being close enough to Halloween. We are recording this after all on Halloween's night, and I think originally everyone was going to come dressed up, and then no one was, and I'd bought those like sweet movie quality adamantium Wolverine claws. Well, obviously I still had my use out of them. I'll still wear them like during meetings and that. Even with the camera on, I just make sure that my hands are like close down, like below the camera line. And they are sweet. Don't get us wrong. I absolutely love these sweet Wolverine claws. At some point, I'll get the opportunity to wear them.
So are those is it genuine titanium?
Genuine adamantium is what I heard. Movie quality. That's what they used in the movie, anyways. But I've been stabbing that box with them, you know, like just every now and then. And one of the tips have broke.
So okay.
That's not what adamantium is meant to be. Stronger than cardboard, right?
Yeah, but at what force? You're quite a strong guy.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it was me that
Is
broke
this
the
what
adamantium.
happens when an irresistible force meets an immovable object?
Science happens, right?
Yeah.
So what we're saying is science has occurred on the Wolverine. I mean, it's too small to notice, really. I don't think anyone's going to be calling out, going, "Oh, bro, they're not real. They're not real. Them, I can tell by the chip."
Yeah.
On the end.
You'll have to post on our socials.
I'll share the sweet Wolverine claws to everyone. Everyone can
and
see
we'll
them.
get a still of the action of bursting holes in those cardboard boxes.
Yeah, it might look just like the clip from X-Men because they're that
Yeah.
real. Do you know what I mean? Like it might just look like that. But
You do look a bit like them as well.
yeah, that was the point. I was gonna go for that. Do you know what I mean? It was gonna work out pretty well. It was probably down to the fact I've actually today I restarted on the old Brainzymes, on the old Limitless pills.
Yes.
I don't know if you've had any more experience with them, but I've taken about a week or so off, and I took them today. My lord.
So what are Brainzymes?
Brainzymes. So for you guys, Brainzymes are effectively a focus pill. They're kind of sold as this sort of support, clearer thinking, sort of like smart pills, right? That's kind of how they're told. This is like Brainzymes Pro Focus. So it says on here that they're meant to improve mood and improve your thinking pace. They definitely do that. But today, I don't know what it was. After having some time off them, it was like that first hit all over again.
Sweet hit.
Yeah. It was unreal. I felt like, and I was ready to go. Like, imagine a car sat there, revving the engine, just waiting to go in gear. But there was nothing to go in gear for at all. So I was
it's
just
an automatic?
kind of, but that automatically goes into gear automatic. Do you know what I mean? Whereas in this instance, it was like, I could have, in fact, I would have, if I had to race Usain Bolt across over 100 yards, I'd beat him the first 5 yards.
Ah, right. So you have that initial.
Or all my energy. It allows you to just expend all your energy needs straight into it.
So did you feel like Bradley Cooper from Limitless?
Yes, I didn't know who you meant there for a second. But as soon as you said, yeah, I thought it was like Matthew McConaughey. I thought it was a guy. Is it?
No, it's Bradley Cooper. Matthew McConaughey's the.
Are they not the same guy?
No.
Different brands?
No, Matthew, they're very, very different.
Is it not like, you get like Galaxy here, but it's
I
it's
see
Dove,
what you mean.
Dove in Spain?
No. So they're two very different guys, I think, as well.
Very similar, though, aren't they?
No. I think Matthew McConaughey's very towards the right.
What, he's always on the right-hand side?
Republican type of
I don't know these guys' political views.
Yeah, but you're seeing the very
I imagine
similar.
he's a hunter.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah. Which one's this one?
Matthew McConaughey. Bradley Cooper.
And who's Bradley Cooper?
Bradley Cooper's a good-looking guy. Hangover.
Which one was in that movie? Born a Star. Born to be a Star.
Bradley.
Star is Born.
The Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
one.
I've never seen it, but it's Bradley Cooper.
So which one's Matthew? Name another movie that Matthew McConaughey is in.
He's in. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh,
all the Matthew McConaughey.
He's in. What's
Dallas Buyers
Hangover.
Club. No, he's not. That's Bradley Cooper.
Right.
He's in Dallas Buyers Club.
Not seen it.
He's the guy off Wolf of Wall Street. He's
Oh right, yeah.
That's Matthew McConaughey. Aye. Anyway, so.
And he's the one that's in Star is Born.
No, that's Bradley
For
Cooper.
fuck's sake. Are you being serious?
Yes.
These are the same guy as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, all I would say is like, it's not an everyday thing. You should you take them every day. Or if you take them on select days where you need that push, like made.
We're not giving them the best publicity because it sounds like these are like some guy selling them out the boot of his car.
But it's real sales.
Yeah,
this is real. I'm going to tell you how it really works. It's not, I'm not just plugging.
But these are genuine, certified.
Oh, certified product. I mean, it says here on the back. It says Brainzyme products are manufactured in the UK. Something about. It says somewhere here about supported by. Yeah, Brainzyme is supported with a Scottish Government innovation grant.
Yeah, and
that means
natural.
Yeah, it's all natural stuff. And also, I was reading the back of this. It only has as much caffeine in as one pill is 1/3 cup of coffee's worth of caffeine.
Yeah,
so I don't know what's in the rest, but my lord, it gets you going. Mm-hmm. So there's times where you might need it, but if you're not doing it, you'll just be sat there dead sketchy. But I can certify this product is sweet.
Yeah, I think you tried them first, and you had a very productive day. I tried them last week. And again, very productive. I had 2 this morning. You take 2 with water an hour before you eat, I think, on a morning. I just take them when I wake up. And this, like I said, today has been very busy work-wise. And
did you use them today?
Yeah, I had 2 today. And
did it help?
I just felt sharp.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, I can't really explain how I was thinking, but it was just clear, crisp. Like, I just knew what I had to do. Had a couple of new queries come in as well that were alien to us, but I was just able to identify what I needed to do. Just felt like clean and crisp, and I'm probably going to I'm off tomorrow, Sarah's birthday, so I'm not taking them tomorrow, but we'll post up a link. There's 3 types. You've got Focus Essential, the beginner. We started on, we're pros. So we started
on Pro straight away.
And then you have the Focus Pro, and then you have the Focus Elite, which I'm guessing it's just a stronger dosage.
It is, but it says you got to refrigerate. That's all.
Yeah,
it's got some sort of live bio shit in.
They sent us a bunch of free samples, didn't they?
That they did.
So
maybe we'll try that one day. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see how it works. But yeah, aside from that, the only other interesting thing that happened to me in the last week was, have you ever seen the movie Halloween?
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, yeah. Not Michael Myers. He doesn't play him, but the character's called.
He's called Michael Myers.
Yeah, that guy.
Bradley Cooper.
Is Michael Myers in Halloween as Michael Myers.
Halloween, the return of Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, well, this was the latest one. This was Halloween, the end of Halloween, or like something like that.
I've seen all the others, but the new, isn't it?
I've only seen the first one, and this one that's literally just dropped.
The first one, like from the 80s.
Yeah, with a sweet theme tune in. Yeah, and then I watched this one, but something really weird happened during it. So
in the film?
No, like in the theater. So like you normally sit near the back, not right at the back, but like you try and find those perfect seats.
Yeah.
So this was a slightly smaller screen than the one I was expecting to be in, because normally I go super screen. You got to go see them properly, right? This was a smaller one, so I thought, right, I'll not sit too far in. I want to be a little bit further back. So I went to the second from back row, and we sat there, right?
Off centre?
Dead centre. Dead centre, yeah. Because it was quite quiet when you're booking the seats and you can see who's booked where. I'm like, right, sweet. That's perfect, right? We'll book there.
I normally go off centre above the stairs, not above the...
Why? That's like to the side, you can't see it properly.
No, if you get a big telly, if you go where there's a big screen, which most cinemas do, I don't know where you went, but probably in Jarrah, so probably a combi, DVD combi screen. Right.
No.
But you can have your feet up.
You can do that as long as there's no one sat in front of you. I mean, it's not as comfy.
Exactly. It's like sitting on the door seat on an airplane. You have that extra space without having to pay for the extra space.
I got robbed by that one time because I thought, oh, sweet extra. No, where the door sticks out. So I had less space. I had more space in front, but I had less to the side. I was sort of sat junky the whole time. I've knee problems ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mate, I'm not.
Who did you book the holiday with? So
I can't
travel.
No, it might have been, but I can't remember, man. It was an unfortunate experience. But
So-
in the cinema, right? You watching a scary movie, right? And some guy comes in, right? I didn't see him come in, but like all of a sudden you look behind to the right, like I don't know, 6 seats down in the very back row, it's a guy
Behind to the right, 6 seats down.
sat by himself
Watching a horror film.
watching a horror film. That's weird, right?
On Halloween. Watching Halloween.
Days before Halloween, watching Halloween. What goes through your mind at that point? It's all gone dark, right? You're sat here, you're watching Halloween. You've noticed this guy, right? You're thinking what's going through his head, yeah? He obviously loves Michael Myers, right? That's his idol. That's why he's here.
No.
No? What?
Where I used to live really, really close to Cineworld,
Yeah.
and I had a Cineworld card, and sometimes, like, if I had a few hours to kill, and there was something I really wanted to watch, if a mate didn't come with us,
You'd go by yourself to the cinema.
because I lived like 100 yards away from it, and and it was always when it was quiet. I would never go on a Saturday. If it was like a Tuesday afternoon or something like that,
It was a Tuesday afternoon.
I'd go, yeah. I mean, I don't do it regularly. I mean, I've probably done it once or twice, but I don't think it's completely beyond the realms of reality that a man is watching a film by himself in the cinema.
Is that not like weird?
I thought that, but like some people go on holiday by themselves.
Well, I don't know what films you go see. Would you go see a horror movie by yourself?
Possibly, yeah, I think I would.
Is it normal to expect that people would think that you're some kind of like
I think-
weird murderer guy?
Yeah, so was this guy a weird murderer guy?
I'm going to say 90% chance he was a weird murderer guy. Like, you're just watching the movie and everything, you see something move, and he's on his phone, bright light on his face and that. It was just spooky. The whole time I'm watching this, I'm waiting, right, okay, we're probably safe, yeah. He's not gonna murder her, yeah, until Mike Myers comes on. And that's when he's going to get heated. He's going to be like, yes!
He's gonna get excited.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is what inspires me every day, right? And I'm expecting at some point, right, so I'm keeping a little peek at him. At one point, I'm going to turn around, and he's either going to be right behind us, or he's going to have a Michael Myers mask on. That's what I'm expecting. And that's what any normal person would expect.
Yeah, I mean, again, that isn't beyond the realms of reality for someone to think that, but
Well, exactly. That's because it's not beyond the realms of possibility that might actually happen. The headlines were written in my head.
yeah.
The real Mike Myers strikes on Halloween premiere date, or
Oh, would that be the headline? I was
I
thinking
don't know, bro.
the
You
real
saw
the real Mike Myers killed by brave innocent bystander.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I was ready.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was ready.
Did you have your claws?
No, I should have took some brain signs and had my Wolverine claws ready to tackle that situation. I might start bringing them everywhere because I don't think it's a legal knife. Well, I don't know. It's adamantium. Does that get picked up a metal? They don't have metal detectors at the. That's the other thing. They don't check your bags for sweets anymore, right? You can bring whatever you want.
I think that's a myth.
I bring a few beers with me every time I go to the
Yeah,
cinema.
I always remember like, you can't take a backpack, my footy bag, because
That's more suspect, right? Than
Right.
baggy pockets.
But I've never actually witnessed or known anyone or been there in that situation myself where they've stopped you for taking a pop in, or they've checked your bag. And sometimes I just started going in with a carrier bag from the spa around the corner with me bag of M&Ms and that, taking a KFC
I don't think they care enough.
the
The people that work there don't care enough. So that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. If they're not going to check somebody who's walking in with a spa bag full of M&Ms that you've clearly not purchased from you've walked in with your pre-purchase ticket, you're walking straight to the thing. Where's he got this bag from? Oh, I don't care. I don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah.
If you're not paid enough to search for M&Ms, you're going to be searching for knives. You're
No.
going to be searching for guns, Matt. No, you're not. You're going to be searching for Mike Myers masks. No, of course you're not. We all saw it when Batman released and that guy dressed as the Joker came out and started shooting people.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
was
was
that
like
going
Mark
through your
II.
head?
It was real. It was
Copycat.
happening. It was happening right there, right then. I was ready because you can sneak along. You could crawl behind the seats. You listen out every creak you hear. It's like, oh, just quickly check on the crazy guy in the corner. Yeah, and then you're thinking, right, okay. Maybe it's not the first time Mike Myers comes on the screen. So he comes on the screen. You have a quick check. He's still there. He's all right. You're watching. The first murder happens, right? Nope. He's still chilling. He's not put his mask on yet. And it was that for an hour and a half straight. Every time you think of the next checkpoint, right, well, near the end when it starts getting serious and like the chase is on, no, or maybe it's when it's done, credits begin to roll, and then he goes on his slaughter spree. So the whole hour and a half, you just sat there on edge, watching a movie, literally making you question everybody around you. And then at the very end, he just stands up and walks away. That made the movie real for me. I basically went through that experience without actually.
So in summary, man entered a cinema,
Yeah.
left when the film ended.
Yeah. Weird though, right?
No, I get it. I'm being a knob. Yeah, no, it is weird. If I looked over and saw a man by himself, I would think that, even though I have done that in the past.
You would go and sit well away from other humans, though, wouldn't you? If you're being weird, you go and be weird by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Not like. Then I thought, afterwards, well, if he was going to kill me, he'd probably sat right behind us. But then we might have moved him. He was trying to like lure you in, kind of thing. But it's all right. We didn't die. I'm here.
And did you follow him or anything?
No. Because I'm not weird. He might have followed us. And it's that thing you think, I can't leave the toilet, but I'm with my lass. I can't really leave her to be murdered by this guy. And I think if I do leave
Depends how badly you need the toilet.
Well, at that point, I was pretty petrified. Maybe I did need the toilet a bit more than I thought. I'd brought like 5 panache with me to the cinema because I'm not paying those
Panache?
prices. Yeah, bro, I got panache. I got like 2 crates of panache here. We've got panache down here.
What percentage is panache?
Less than 0.5. It's officially a non-alcoholic beer, I believe. That's what they call it. Low and no alcohol.
Delicious though.
It is the delicious drink of the podcast.
If you like panache, let us know.
Yeah, if you've not tried panache, try it.
It must be French. It's Le Panache.
It is Le Panache. It's made by Saint Omer Brewery in France. But yeah, it's the drink of choice on the podcast. That's because we are responsible drivers, and it is just delicious. We're actually having it out of our crystal glasses at the moment to mark this occasion. To mark the occasion of the first podcast going down officially. So yeah, I guess in summary, quite a week.
Quite an eventful week for both of us.
Yeah, right. Well, catch you guys after the break. We'll be back soon.
I hate you! Get out!
Oh, yeah? Then let me tell our son I'm moving out. Ryan! What the hell is this?
It's a vase!
That's a bong! Where did you learn how to make this?
I learned it on the internet!
Broken families begin in one place. The internet. Don't get into a traffic accident on the information superhighway. Keep your family together. Keep off the internet. This message brought to you by Citizens United, negating technology for life and people's safety.
You're listening to Rough Boyz Radio.
That's rough. We don't take no L.
Right, guys, welcome back to Rough Boyz Radio. I know what you're all here for. You're here for those sort of philosophical thoughts. We want to really delve into what makes mankind. How do we go about it? Why do we do these things? And for me, something that's probably plagued me all my life is the inability, not the inability I can do it, but the reluctance, the resistance to, and the hatred of people that wear Nike and Adidas at the same time. Like, dude, you're doing it now.
Adidas socks and a Nike t-shirt.
But
hold on, why does that? Okay, go on.
No, but it's just wrong. It's inherently wrong. You could wear Nike and you could wear anything else. I've got Nike. I wear plain socks. I've got a Nike hoodie on.
What kind are the bottoms?
These are H&M. H&M. But I could not, in all good faith, even if my socks were not on show, wear Adidas socks with my Nike shoes. Now that gets me into all sorts of problems. I've got some sweet Adidas joggers, right? And sometimes I want to wear them. But the only Adidas shoes I've got in the rotation right now are my Yeezys. So I can't wear any other shoes.
In the rotation?
Yeah, I can't wear any other shoes. I could wear Puma shoes with it. I don't feel great about it. But it's better than wearing Nike.
What is that?
What is what?
What is innately wrong in your brain that makes you think you can't wear a pair of Adidas socks and a Nike T-shirt?
It's not. It's not
the garment specifically. It's the brand. You can't mix and match Nike and Adidas. Why?
specifically Nike and Adidas. Yeah,
Yeah, but why?
but I don't think it goes. I don't think it needs a reason. It's you got the two. It's almost there's two churches, right? There's two churches for sportswear. Yeah, you've got Nike, and you've got Adidas.
You can't have two faiths.
Yeah, you can't have. It's almost like if you're supporting two clubs, you can't really do that.
Would you say it's like, well, to you, I don't believe this, but it's like those half and half scarves that they have.
Kinda,
That's
yeah.
the worst. Like, there's a cup final.
And you know what it is, right? If you, because let's just say this, right? So you've not got the same allegiance to Nike or Adidas as you would do your chosen football team. But even if you came, if I was just a Sunderland supporter, and I went to Man United against Man City, yeah, and say for example, it was the Champions League final, right? And I wanted to remember that event, I still wouldn't get a half and half scarf. I'd buy a program or something like that.
Yeah, but that's right.
So even if you've not got the allegiance, so that's what I'm saying. Would you don't support Man United, do you?
No.
You don't support Man City, do you?
No.
Would you? We're going to go play football on Wednesday. You're digging through what you've got, yeah? What you've got. You've got a pair of Man United shorts for some reason. You've got a Man City top for some reason. Would you wear both?
No.
Why not?
Because
it doesn't fucking work. Because it's innately against each other.
Two sporting rivals against.
That's what. It's two sporting rivals. Two sporting like this. You just can't. It's a big question. There's a lot of people out there that can't.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people there that will, and it sickens me.
Yeah.
It's almost like you don't realise. You look in the mirror before you go out the house. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
socks is like, I can see what you've done with the socks. You hope no one was going to notice, but someone's noticed. Did it cross your mind? Did it cross your mind?
These are really comfortable trainer socks. These like the thick but the tight where they need to be tight, but the loose where they need to be loose.
Yeah, that's
like the loose around the toes, but tight around the midriff of me. The midriff.
Yeah,
the middle
like
of
the
me
middle
foot,
section.
arch.
Yeah, but I'm like that though. I've got like some sweet Adidas socks. I've got some sweet Nike socks, and some days you want to wear them, but you just can't. And what that leads to me is I'm like, oh right,
You're incredibly anal.
I don't need new socks, but I personally need more Nike socks, right? Because I've got a load of Adidas socks. I need more Nike socks in order to work with what's currently on the rotation.
You need more Adidas trainers.
I need more Adidas hoodies because I've got a lot of hoodies, they're Nike hoodies, but I want to wear them with.
So what do you wear your Adidas joggers with? Or do you just not wear them now?
No, I wear them, but if I wear them,
Not with nothing else.
I either wear like non-brand socks or a hoodie that's got no allegiance to Nike. It's very rare. You might catch a slipping one day if it's working from home.
Catch you lacking.
Working from home and like no one is to know, then I might do. But I still feel guilty about it. It's like it's a problem. It's a mental illness.
It is.
It's what I've got. You just can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, one day you'll grow up, I think.
Do you think?
I hope.
I don't know. I think it's a standard thing. I think it's a standards thing that I've just got the higher standards. I saw some guy. He was wearing the Adidas branded Ajax training jacket. The special Bob Marley edition with the 3 little birds and the Rasta colours on the stripes. And I was like, that's a cool jacket, that. And then he only went and had Nike shoes on. He was wearing Jordans. I was like, bro, they're nice shoes and that's a nice jacket, but
can't make
do you know how much of an idiot you look right now?
Yeah, I suppose it's similar to, I wanted to buy some new tracky bottoms.
Yeah.
Just some new ones. I've seen these really cool Adidas ones on the Adidas website. And I thought, great, but they had a little, I think it was UV badge or whoever sponsors Nike, some Italian team or something. Might have been Ajax, actually, I don't know. And I really liked them, but I thought, well, I don't support Ajax, so I can't buy them. So I didn't. But I was thinking, oh shit, there's got to be a pair on this website that don't have the Ajax badge on. So I suppose it's similar to that. I would never wear another team's top. Like,
do you have a favourite between Nike and Adidas? Have you got a team? Like Travis Scott says, Nike boys, yeah, we don't do 3 stripes, and because obviously he signed to Nike, and then you've got like Drake also signed to Nike with his Nocta brand, and he says like, don't wear no 350s around me, sort of dissing Adidas.
I'm more inclined to Nike just because I think they make better products.
I used to be Adidas for years, and
German.
then something's happened. What's wrong? What's wrong with that? That passed.
Yeah, they don't have a great history.
No, they don't have a great history. You're right.
And
Yeah.
I mean, America doesn't either, but Nike, as it's popularly known.
Oh, it's Adidas.
Yeah,
That's
Adidas.
Adidas, right? That's what they call it.
But yeah, I'd say Nike. I like American sports brand,
Yeah.
like the clothing and
I think
that.
it's just some cooler stuff. I feel like Adidas had like their original series that was pretty sweet. Just the 3 stripes. That's the only bit I like. It's got to have a tray file. You know the old one.
Yeah.
I don't like the new one. I certainly hate the even newer one. The little weird.
Yeah, I used to
sort of
have
thing or
a
whatever.
white bright white Adidas jacket with black stripes all the way down the arms, and then on the back, this giant trefoil design on the back, and it was black, and I loved it, and the hood had a little one on as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I don't have anything that Nike that of Nike that I probably love,
No.
but I don't really love any clothes. That's like I don't.
No.
I mean, there's some items that I think, I do really like that nice T-shirt or something like that, a little Paul Smith.
Never just been compelled to buy something just because it's like I need that now.
No. Not. Or you have, obviously.
Oh yeah, loads of times,
Mhm.
like countless amounts of times. But I don't know. It only seems to be a Nike and Adidas thing though. That
Maybe
clashes.
you should try it.
No.
See how you feel. What do the listeners think? Do you think Alan should try it? Do you think he should try? What we should do, right, is wear a Nike item and an Adidas item.
Right. I
and
do.
we'll post it,
Yeah.
and we'll yes or no it, and we'll get a vote. Might
Right.
get 3.
Okay. On one condition, as long as it's not Nike shoes with Adidas socks, because that is just like that's like a combination made in hell.
I mean, no, because we will not see the socks unless they're long. Would you? No, you pick the product.
But some people wear it like that. You know, when people wear their socks, pull the socks up. They buy the ones with the brand on so people can see the brand. And it's like, bro, dude,
Yeah.
just think 2 seconds, man. Rough Boy Johnny, this is when it first came. Rough Boy Johnny was like, dude, look at these sweet shoes. He had some sweet, I think it was Air Max on. Like, he likes colourful stuff, and it's like green Air Max. And he's like, and they match these socks perfectly. And they did. They matched these socks perfectly. And everywhere other than the socks were Adidas socks. And it just infuriated me so much. I couldn't understand why.
You should devote this passion and energy to like fighting crime or something.
Well, fighting the crime of wearing cross
fighting
But it's
fashion
weird
crime.
because it's only Nike and Adidas. You could wear Nike and Fila. You could wear Tommy Hilfiger and Prada and Gucci and interchange anything you wanted. Nike and Adidas just doesn't. There's no other brands like it. It's one against the other. It just doesn't work.
I like respect what you're saying. I get it, but I think it's fucking stupid. If I'm honest.
Right, you guys think it's stupid? Let us know. Contact us whichever way you want. Let us know if you think that's stupid. But for me, it's, I don't know, it's real stupid.
The event movie of the year everyone is talking about.
You're just a virus. You're not real.
I'm your mother, stupid.
A group of people that think the whole world is trapped in a computer.
We can't get out!
Hurry! Stick your hard disk inside my drive!
I can't! My hard disk crashed!
Reboot it!
The Mainframe. What happens when 5 college students take LSD and discover the truth?
Ah! Your face is a big pixel!
And they have to make the decision of their lives.
What's it gonna be? Yes or no? 1 or 0?
The Mainframe. It's real.
The Mainframe!
Coming to theaters this Friday. Rated PS for Pretty Stupid.
You are listening to Rough Boyz Radio.
Jet fuel can't melt our friendship.
It's making the frickin' frogs gay.
Don't mention the reptiles. They'll just laugh at you again.
Secret societies.
MK Ultra experiments.
Hi guys, welcome back to Rough Boyz Radio. Right now we have another edition of Jet Fuel Can't Melt Our Friendship. This is the point where we talk a little bit about a conspiracy theory, hopefully something you might not be aware of, but maybe it's come with a little bit more detail. The whole idea here is this is something that you can take away, waste your time at work, Googling this shit, and see if the Rough Boyz were right, because 90% of the time, we're right all the time.
We're not necessarily saying it is a conspiracy theory, although...
What we're saying is fact.
Yeah, well, everything is a conspiracy theory.
Well, yeah, everything is a conspiracy theory. If you read into it enough,
you can, you'll
find something.
You'll find a conspiracy theory anywhere.
Matt, what you got for us?
So, well, in the news this weekend, Saturday the 29th of October.
Sometime happened recently, yeah.
So, big news story broke in America. It's now kind of taken over all Western news headlines. If you haven't heard about it...
Russia?
No.
Oh.
I don't know where you've been. So, a 42-year-old male identified as David DePape or DePape.
I'm going to DePape.
Yeah. So David DePape, Californian guy, has allegedly broke into the house of Paul Pelosi. He's an 82-year-old investment banker, among other things. And he attacked him with a hammer. So there's no dispute about the attack. The attack occurred. We know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the allegation is that he broke into the house. There's some holes in that particular element of the story.
Who is this guy?
Well, that's what I'll get into.
Right.
So, 82-year-old investment banker was attacked in his home via home invasion. Like I said, no dispute about the attack. I kind of dispute the break-in, but like I say, we'll get into that down the line. So, why is it a big story? Home invasion, violent attack that happen daily.
That's America.
Well, I'll tell you why. So, Paul Pelosi is the husband of Nancy Pelosi. Have you heard of either of them?
I've heard of Nancy Pelosi, yeah. She's been in the news a few bit.
She's a pretty big deal. So she's Speaker for the US House of Representatives. She's a leading member of the Democratic Party, and she's third in line to the presidency.
Third in line to the throne?
Behind only the Vice President and Joe Biden himself, the man, the myth.
So if he dies...
And then the Vice President dies.
Who is that woman? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but then if they both die through some very unfortunate circumstances...
Mm-hmm. So what's interesting about this, right? So it's a home invasion. It's terrible, sad, scary, but interesting nonetheless when you start peeling back the layers. So why is it big news? Because it's Nancy Pelosi's husband. A little bit on Nancy Pelosi. So in her role as Speaker of the House of... Representatives. Yeah, good title. She's got massive role. A lot depends on what she says, what she approves. She passes bills into laws, new legislation. She decides what gets discussed and then manages that debate impartially,
right?
Allegedly, and she also sort of passes bills that turn into laws that can impact the financial market massively.
Yeah. Okay.
Just painting the picture here of it's not just a home invasion attack. So what's interesting about that is that Paul Pelosi, his net worth is $280 million. Primary source of his wealth is his success in the trade, in the stock world, trade market.
That's interesting.
Very interesting. So on the back of that, so Paul and Nancy are not without their own dramas quite a lot, especially over the last couple of years. It's been alleged that she is guilty of insider trading, and which her husband did
I did see that. Yeah.
Primarily from the Republican Party. So Trump used to call her crazy bug lady, as manipulating the market. But
so is she Republican?
No, she's a Democrat.
Right.
So she...
Oh, so she's been being accused by the Republican Party,
yeah.
Right, of doing this dirty work, yeah.
So... and these accusations have never materialised into anything more than what they are, accusations. But just to shed a bit of light on that, just to give you a full overview of what's going on here, Paul Pelosi, in as early as June this year, June 2022, he purchased 4,000 shares of NASDAQ for $500,000. A week later, Nancy, his wife, passes the antitrust bill, which sees NASDAQ's share price absolutely skyrocket. His $500,000 investment a week earlier is now worth $5.3 million.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay, that's a fair return. Fair return.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Bit of luck. And the guy, he's got a lot of money. He's $280 million net worth, so he might just be smart. November 2019, very interestingly, he unloaded $3.1 million worth of stock after being privy to a closed-door briefing on the COVID-19 threat. I think the first sort of case in America was January 2020, so 2 months prior.
Okay.
Speaker in that briefing, none other than Nancy Pelosi. So,
I see.
There's some insider trading going on here. A lot of accusations.
That's
have
what
been
people
made,
are saying, right?
Yeah, by the Republicans.
So I guess what we're saying, naturally, this guy's angry at that, right? This guy's angry
at that because they're getting away with it. Just a little side note on Nancy Pelosi as well. A job pays $200,000 a year. Her net worth is, according to Wikipedia, $320 million.
Oh, right. Okay,
again,
wow.
Not crazy, but interesting, right?
Yeah.
So, what we're not disputing is that this attack happened. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you aware of the attack?
Yeah, I heard about the attack. I've heard about the insider trade, and I know something like in 2020 she increased her net worth by 16 million. I've got written down here. 16 million from the trades, which is again strange. And one of the weird things is she doesn't own a lot of the stock herself. It's the husband that does a lot of the trading on her behalf, because they've got to say that is the case.
Yeah, but I think legally now his trades are her trades because of the position.
Because of the position, right? Okay.
So anyway, that's just an overview of who the people are, right? So we know who Paul Pelosi is, we know who Nancy is. We don't know a lot about David DePape, but what we do know about him...
I don't know anything about
DePape. What we do know about him, according to according to CNN, New York Times, LA Times, and the Washington Post, stories that I read today, is that he is a far-right conspiracy theorist who spreads theories about QAnon.
Much like ourselves.
Much like us. Far-right, and he's a bigot, apparently.
Oh, much unlike us.
What was interesting, obviously, after this incident, right? It's not that it's a good incident, but it's an incident that happens. Someone breaks into the home of a rich person and attacks them, right?
Right.
It happens. So Hillary Clinton, Hillary Clinton's really close friends with Nancy Pelosi. They were very close friends when her husband Bill was president of the United States. So she posts a tweet 14 hours after the incident. So the incident happened at 2:27 a.m. is when the police were called. 2:29 a.m. the police arrived. 14 hours later,
That's a quick response time.
Very quick.
That's a real quick response.
I mean, this guy. I mean, so again, there's some holes in that which we'll go on to peel back those layers as well. Well, Hillary Clinton shares a tweet from LA Times, a news article on this incident. 14 hours after a friend's husband is attacked with a hammer.
14 hours. Yeah,
in a home invasion, which seems like a very quick response. Now, this article from the LA Times. I just want to make sure I've got the source right. I don't want to.
I mean, that's clear. I don't.
So the headline reads from what Hillary shared: accused Pelosi attacker David DePape spread QAnon, other far-right and bigger conspiracies, Trump supporter. Right? She shared this, and with a tweet of her own saying the Republican Party and its mouthpieces now regularly spread hate and deranged conspiracy theories. It is shocking, but not surprising, that violence is the result. As citizens, we must hold the Republican Party accountable for their words and the actions that follow. So,
that's interesting. This report, this news report, managed to gather all that information within 14 hours.
Well,
pretty quick.
The article was at 9:17 a.m. LA time, 6.5 hours after the incident.
Oh, right!
They were able to get that information on David DePape. Again, this is just information.
Where did they get that from? Was it like on his socials?
No, it's a statement. It's just a statement as if it's fact. There's no
right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There's a couple of social instances which are also very interesting, but we'll touch on that. We're just trying to paint the picture of what's happening. So this man has went in and he's attacked Paul Pelosi. Hillary Clinton has been made aware of this and is blaming the Republican Party for it because of the bizarre conspiracy theories that they shared, which we alluded to earlier. The conspiracy theories that Nancy Pelosi is guilty of insider trading.
Right, okay,
So
they
she's
were saying that,
they've spread hate, they spread deranged conspiracy theories. It's shocking, but the violence is a result. We need to hold them accountable. So that's an interesting stance to take after your friend has just been violently attacked at 14 hours later in his home.
Yeah, because it could be that obviously that she's saying like, I don't know, the crazy theories are like the QAnon, and maybe he's gone after a Democrat of note as opposed to specifically for that insider trading thing, but I suppose if you were gonna target her specifically, then that's one of those things, right? It's not the whole deep state stuff, but it's sort of this is what's confirmed to happen, right? This stuff did happen. The insider trading stuff is fact, right?
Republicans were the ones
they were trying to bring everyone's eyes to it.
Also interesting, I think in 9 days' time there's an election. The Republicans against the Democrats. What, like a full-scale election? Full-scale, yeah. So
right, I was not aware of that, okay.
So, which is also interesting, because you don't want to vote for a Republican party now, do you, if they're going to...
Not with the crazy guys going in and killing people. Hammer attacks.
And for the reason, because he's a far-right Republican with bigoted conspiracy theories. So that's the narrative that's being pushed here straight away.
Yeah, I tried to find something on this to have a quick read on, and we were going to touch on it, but that was kind of... You had to really kind of dig deep to see anything that wasn't saying anything about this, right?
Yeah, so it was all far-right Republican supporter attacks Paul Pelosi, and it's because of the Republican Party. It's like Trump incited the violence in the past. So you can get where we're going with this. So what you want to do next, right, is look at the incident. Let's look at the incident, what happened.
David DePape.
Yeah, David DePape. So
David DePape.
What was reported, this is from where I'm not close with the police in San Francisco, but it was reported, and this is police reports that have been released to the media.
Yeah.
So David DePape breaks in via a rear door with a hammer. Intention is to assassinate Pelosi. Again, this is stated as gospel, right?
Oh, right, okay,
but that's what the police are saying, so why would the police lie?
Yeah.
There's an altercation. Paul manages to make a 911 call at 2:27 a.m. 2 minutes later, the police arrive. The police enter the building and witness a struggle between the two, order them to drop the hammer, at which point David DePape strikes Pelosi, and the police then intervene, take him down. David DePape is taken to hospital, suffers severe injuries, he's hit with a hammer.
Yeah.
As severe as it can get.
That's pretty severe.
But he's made a full recovery, he's okay. David DePape was also had injuries. The extent of his injuries have not been provided, but he's still in hospital, as far as I understand.
Okay, so he's obviously been hurt then if he's in hospital.
But then he'll also be remanded in custody. And the charges are attempted murder, home invasion, assault with a deadly weapon, battery, threatening public officials. So that's what we know is what's happened from the police report. What again, right? So this is another element that is very interesting that is not being reported. So when David DePape turns up, he is only not when he turns up. When the police turn up and see David DePape, he only has his underwear on, no socks.
He just got out of bed.
No.
He sleeps in his boxers.
David DePape is the
right,
the assailant. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
He has no clothes on except his underwear, no socks, no shoes, but a hammer. Yeah. One thing that is also omitted from the police report is that when the police arrived, they were let into the property by a third party, an unnamed third party.
Okay, that's weird.
So
Nancy?
No, Nancy was in Washington on work business with her security detail. Okay. And now again, another thing that's interesting about this is that pretty much naked man with his underwear on. I don't think half naked's fair, because half naked's half clothes.
It's like like
socks and shoes at least. Yeah, sixth, eighth naked with a hammer, manages to break into the house of the third most important woman in the third most important person.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. How did he even get in? But through the back entrance, like,
he went through the back.
Open.
Again, another element that is a bit strange is that, I mean, I'm not a scientist and I haven't been privy to crime scene investigations, but
I have.
All right, well then you may be able to sort of enlighten us.
Yeah, I can help.
So he's supposed to have broken in via a rear door, breaking one of the glass panels.
Yeah.
All the glass is on the outside. So from what I understand, if I was to smash a window, yes, there would be a little bit of debris fall from where I've smashed it, but the majority of the glass, if I've smashed it with the force and because science, it would fall inwards.
That is science. I can confirm that's science. Where's these nuggets coming from? Where's this? The police report?
Yes. But not not released in the LA Times or the Washington Post.
This is like the official one.
Yeah, this is just an incident. Okay. Photos. There's photos.
Oh,
released,
right. Okay.
obviously crime scene photos and stuff.
Yeah.
So
they're very loose with this. Just letting it all out there, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, but the what's strange is that the media aren't reporting everything. Right?
They're not reporting. Selecting. Right?
Yeah. So they're reporting that a man has broken in, tried to attack Paul Pelosi and kill him. But this man is also a far-right bigot who supports Donald Trump, shares his views, is racist, and shares QAnon theories and among other things. So we know what this guy is. He's a bad man intent on attacking them.
Bad man.
It's been incited by the Republican Party.
Not in a good way. Not like a bad man.
No, bad man rhythm.
Like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Evil man.
Not like bad Barbie, yeah. So he's... That's the story, but what's actually happened is there's a man in Paul Pelosi's house, naked, with his boxers on. When the police get there, they're having a struggle. Okay? Now, one of the things that they fail to mention in these reports is the 911 call and the information in the 911 call that Paul Pelosi gave the police.
Okay.
So Paul Pelosi says his name's David and he's a friend. Okay? Now, a couple of things straight away, right? How does he know him? He's meant to be a random attack.
Friend.
Yeah. Why is Paul Pelosi the wife of one of the leading Democratic Party members and the third most influential woman in American government close friends with a far-right, bigoted conspiracy theorist who supports the Republican Party?
It's stitching together now.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
But it doesn't.
And he broke in and had a hammer, went to attack him. Yeah. Paul Pelosi told the police, this is again from the police report, that he said he needed to go to the bathroom, toilet in America. That's what they call a bathroom.
Is it?
Yeah. So
I thought it was universal.
He said, I need to go to the bathroom, at which point he then made the phone call. So again, so a man breaks in to assassinate him, lets him have a bathroom break to phone the police. Then when the police come 2 minutes later, they're still in the altercation, and both men are in the underwear, and the third party's there who lets the police in, who is anonymous. These are all strange things. So I thought, wait, whatever. Sometimes the simplest explanation is the easiest one, and it could just be that this is a random attack because he hates the Democratic Party, and this is a big figurehead. But there's holes. How did he get in? No security. The CCTV footage, believe it or not, was also not working that night.
Oh, that's a favourite of theirs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So that footage wasn't working. There was no security. There was an anonymous person who let the police in who could not intervene when the attack was happening. And one big element which I haven't mentioned, right, is that Paul Pelosi's 82.
Yeah.
David DePapier is 42. So you would think that there would be a definitive strength advantage for David DePapier.
Yeah, it'd be pretty straightforward
for against an 82-year-old man. So again, just some little gaps what haven't been said and doesn't really add up to just a violent attack out of nowhere.
Yeah, there's definitely question marks on here. I still don't know what this third party's doing at the time. But
I don't know why is who's the third party and why are they just letting the police in, and then the police say drop the hammer, he strikes him. So no dispute whatsoever. This David DePapier has attacked this man.
So. Because it almost seems you could portray these events and he's trying to apply a storyline to it. Maybe these crazy guys somehow got in, say for whatever reason he smashed the glass and the glass has gone on the outside, and he's like, I'm here for killing you, and he's like, oh, calm down, what's your name? Oh, David, I'm here for this or whatever, and then it's like, oh, just why don't you chill out, go to the toilet, son. And then
with friends.
Yeah, and then and trying to stay cool on the phone to the police, David's here, he's a friend, and what does he say? I need help. He's got a hammer. Is any reference to that?
So then what the person who's on the other end of
the operator,
she says he puts the phone down and then he starts saying, why are you here? And the operator, using her covert skills, is able to ascertain that there's an incident happening.
Right, so it sounds friendly, but on the phone, but the operator's saying, "Oh, I can tell you're doing like a."
But she doesn't send. She doesn't send a call out that there's an incident happening. She sends a well-being call to a squad car.
Yeah. Okay. That seems reasonable.
He goes, but then they get there in 2 minutes.
Yeah, they do get there very fast.
It's less than 2 minutes because the call was made at 2:27 and they arrive, as per the police radio, at 2:29. And the police operator even says, I think I think RP, which is something party, the person who's making
Republican
the call.
Party?
No.
That guy.
Yeah. So
Thingy Pelosi.
Yeah.
Richard.
They're...
Is it Richard?
No, it's Paul.
Oh, right. Oh,
Paul
sorry,
Pelosi.
my bad.
But, so it says the caller seems confused. He says he doesn't know and then he says, his name's David, he's a friend.
Yeah.
So there's holes and there's gaps. So we know what happened. We know who the people are. We know who David DiPaprio is. We think we do. The media are telling us who David DiPaprio is. We know Paul Pelosi. We know his wife. We kind of understand that there's been allegations made against him. Hillary is now citing those, and among others, allegations from the Republican Party as the reason for this violent attack happening.
Yeah.
So when you do a bit of digging into David DiPap and look at like what's happened after that, the FBI were involved straight away. They visited his residence.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now they've publicised the photos of his residence. So he has in his front garden LGBT flag flying from a tree, hanging.
Right.
You can see it. The first thing you see when you see his house. In one of the upstairs windows, there's a Black Lives Matter poster. And in one of the downstairs windows, he's from Berkeley. It's Berkeley and I stand against hate. Now, these don't necessarily depict an image of someone who is far-right Republican, but this is the message that's being portrayed. So, some media outlets start sharing these blogs that he created, where he says Hitler didn't do anything wrong as one of the stories, and then there's a pro-Trump story.
Yeah, I heard about these blogs. He had a load of blogs
it's interesting that... Did you see the dates on the blogs? They were created on Thursday, the 20th of October, and then have since been deleted. So, just taking the information that we've got, we're being told that a far-right, bigoted, conspiracy theorist Republican attacked Paul Pelosi, and this was solely at the fault of the Republican Party for spreading these chaotic, dangerous stories that were totally dumbfounded and untrue. And I wonder what kind of narrative are these people trying to push? Because then when you also dig a little bit further into David DiPatrio's past...
There's more. Right, okay.
Yeah, he has been arrested multiple times for male prostitution.
As in hiring or being one?
Being one.
Right, okay.
Now, a further element which is very interesting is that Paul Pelosi and male prostitutes is not a new subject.
Oh, right, okay.
Paul Pelosi's been pictured with young men. He was arrested... Well, I think he was arrested for DUI, or he was pulled over by the police, and there was a young male in the car with him. Now, remember that Nancy is out of town on business in Washington. And a half-naked man is in Paul Pelosi's house, able to bypass the security guys, private contractors, where on a day where the cameras are not working.
Yeah, it all adds up.
Yeah. David DiPap has went on record to the police and said that they were having sex.
Right.
And altercation broke out because of drugs. Don't know what kind of drugs.
Okay.
And that's what's happened. That's what his side of the story is. And there's this narrative that this is all the Republicans' fault. 9 days before an election, this is the Republican Party's fault for spreading hate.
See, it's interesting, that, right?
So it's just, it is.
Because the way I pieced that together, I think originally, this is going into conspiracy mode. Originally, going into it, I'm thinking, well, this could be, given the blogs being created before the event, it could be like a false flag where effectively they create an event on purpose in order to produce a rhetoric. So they effectively create all the rhetoric around this guy, allow that to happen somehow, some way, so that it comes out, and then goes from there. The only other way I was looking at it was potentially that Paul Pelosi, is it?
Paul Pelosi.
Paul Pelosi, he's been found out, and then tries to spin this to try and get away from those allegations that are coming at him right now, because that's not good. So it stinks of something wrong, either as a cover-up or an intended event that is there to skew public opinion.
You think the attack was intended? Like the attack was orchestrated?
The only thing that leads to that conclusion is the fact that the blog posts were posted prior to that date. So, therefore, there's definitely an intent to plan an event. But if you were to do that, maybe it would be a little bit tidier than what the police uncovered, because obviously there's enough left remaining that there's question marks around it. So what was your were you leaning that was a cover up?
No, I don't think it. Well, I think when I seen the story, I seen the Hillary tweet, and then I seen Elon Musk responded to that and said,
I think there's a bit more to this.
There's a few holes in the story.
On his brand new acquired platform, which he then removed that tweet.
Yeah, I think...
Which is weird anyway.
Yeah, that's weird. But what stood out the most for me is that there's... from what we knew, an 82-year-old man has been attacked by someone, right? We don't know all the stuff about his underwear and all this stuff. That they don't announce that. That's a fact that you should probably include. I think half-naked man found in Pelosi's house has altercation.
Well, I always think it's weird because normally they would not name the guy.
Exactly, they wouldn't. But
they've named the guy.
Within 6.5 hours, LA Times have published an article on who he is.
But then the FBI have released footage of the house that.
Well,
it goes against that rhetoric.
Yes. So
why would they do that?
Well, why would the FBI not tell the truth?
I don't know, but so there's definitely a contradiction between the. Well, funny enough, Trump always had issues with the FBI.
Yeah. I just think what was interesting...
It is almost an independent bureau.
I'm not saying that it's one way or the other. I'm not pushing that Hillary Clinton was wrong or that Nancy Pelosi's wrong, or I'm not saying that they're right. I'm just looking at the information.
But interpret it. What happened? Is it the lizard people? Is that what we're saying?
No.
David DePape was a lizard?
My opinion is that there's sexual relations happening between David DePape. Paul Pelosi, there's just a one-sentence search on Google for Paul Pelosi and male prostitute. You'll see lots of pictures and lots of articles and lots of different stories.
So I feel as though from that piece, that seems pretty in the back.
Yeah, so I think David DePape's having sexual relations with Paul Pelosi. Altercation happens, unplanned, something happens, there's a fight, the police are called, there's a third party there who lets the police in, and then now... Shit. Paul Pelosi can't be having male prostitutes in his house, having an affair while his wife, the third most important person in America, who makes decisions on everything, nothing happens without her saying so or her approving something. So you can't have him having sexual relations with a young male prostitute. Well, younger than him, 42.
Yeah.
So how do we...
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, and you have these think tanks, right? Let's get some stories out there straight away. LA Times, 6 hours after the incidents occurred.
So we're saying cover up, right?
We're saying...
That's what you're leaning towards, yeah? We're not talking false flag attack. Or do we think?
I'm not saying it's planned or anything. I don't know what it is, but I think there's so many holes, enough holes to say it.
There's something else there.
It's a little bit weird, that. And Elon Musk said... I think there's some holes in that story, Hillary, and then he got absolutely vilified of loads of people, famous people, politicians, loads of people saying he's spreading hate, and thinking, whoa, so Hillary Clinton is the one who's
just
spreading
applying
hate.
some logic to the he's applying logic to the story.
Hillary Clinton's saying this is all the Republican Party's fault, blah blah blah. This guy is a criminal, he's a far right bigot, and this is all on the Republican Party. That is, for me, is spreading hate and inciting violence and creating a divide. All Elon said was, well, there's a few holes in this story, and then when you look at the holes, I mean, he's naked. There's a third person there that's anonymous that lets the police in. When he phones the police, he seems okay. He's allowed to go for a bathroom break. So an assailant breaks into his house with a hammer with no clothes on, tries to kill him, and then he says, oh, well, you go on, then you can go to the toilet. Where his phone was there in the bathroom, wasn't on his bedside table or anything.
Whose phone?
Paul Pelosi's. So he managed to go into the bath, because he only had his boxer shorts on as well. But I don't think there's anything in that. I only sleep in my boxer shorts. But nonetheless, right, there's some holes in that story. Then there's the instant narrative that David DePape is the far right Republican supporter who is doing this because the Republicans have told him to. There's holes in that. There's a quote from his ex-girlfriend today.
Who?
DePape's ex-girlfriend, who was asked on his political views, and she stated, never really had any political views, no strong political views when I was seeing him. However, I'm quite progressive, and he seemed to share my sentiments. So she's quite left.
But he had an ex-girlfriend.
He had an ex-girlfriend.
But he was a male prostitute.
Well, his ex-girlfriend was when he was 24. So,
okay.
I mean, his views might have changed since then. But if we're going to take everything that's presented to us, you've got to take it all as equal. You can't say, well, it's not true and that bit is true. You've got to just take it all and
see what you come up with. Well, I guess for me, there's the standout points, which is I guess the phone's a funny one, but if I had to take 3 points that we need more detail on, is we need to know what's up with the glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
The glass. Who is this third party that was present? What's his business?
Or her.
Or her business. And the blogs and the dates on the blogs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you guys think, listeners? Why don't you message in? Let us know what your thoughts on this are. Do your own bit of research. See what you guys come up with here. Anything else to mention?
No, I think that's it. That's it for now anyway. I don't want to overload, but just do a bit of Googling. Just Google Pelosi attack and see what you see.
Yeah, see what you guys find. Anyways, Rough Boys out. We'll be back after this break.
The video game of the year.
Roger that, Bravo Sierra. We've got some insurgents killing orphans, and they've got some nerve toxin and a nuke and a random flashback level in which JFK and Castro duke it out on the moon.
Righteous Slaughter 7.
Copy that, Red Leader. Call in the airstrike.
Righteous Slaughter 7. The realistic art of contemporary killing.
How do you kill?
Rated PG. Pretty much the same as the last game.
It's 800.
I remember springtime.
Hello, welcome back to Rough Boyz Radio. Who is ready for a little bit of nostalgia?
I certainly fucking am.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. So this is the segment, Nostalgia Cigarettes. It's where you can take a little bit of time, pull one of the pack of 20, just to remember times gone by and just think a little bit back to your youth. Hopefully your youth. I don't know if you're the same age as us, but I mean, it depends really. This might be like, you might not have been born when this shit happened.
Yeah.
You never know. But for us, it's a bit of youth, and maybe for you it's a bit of old school schooling. So this week for Nostalgia Cigarettes, I want to take you back to a world gone by. A land before time. A land in which you used to have this little box, if you remember, called a memory card for your PlayStation.
Aye.
Remember
8 megabytes.
That? 8 megabytes. What can you say about 8 megabytes? Look at it now, right? Think of how far we've gone. Modern Warfare Warzone is 150 gigabytes or some shit like that, right?
More.
And you've got an 8 megabyte memory card. I don't know what, like...
There was a 16 and a 30. I'm sure it was 8, 16
If you
and 32.
were rich, you could have the 32, right? Because I remember times you'd have the memory card, you'd be trying to play Need for Speed Underground, right? It's before school.
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2, yeah. You're trying to complete this drag race, right?
You've done your golf up.
Yeah, you've done it up. It's sweet. It's there. You don't want to lose it, but for some reason you don't have your memory card available. You've left it somewhere. You can't find it. You're making progress on a game, but there's a risk. It just loses.
Did you not keep your memory card in the PlayStation?
Bro, the whole point of a memory card is you could take it from place to place. You could use it in a different PS2. That was the idea. I used to take my PlayStation 2 everywhere. So sometimes I'd misplace the memory card, and then I'd be rocking up. I'd be like, I might have left it at a mate's house, right? And they're going to bring it back for us, yeah? Because we were playing on my sweet save of GTA, yeah? Because I was further than them, and I had more stuff to play with than they did.
Yeah.
So it's Monday morning. I'm playing on Need for Speed, trying to clock in a few races using that sweet NOS, nitrous oxide. Remember that? And you've not got your memory card. What do you do? Were you ever in that situation?
Well, you just have to start from scratch.
No. I didn't. What I did was I'd leave the PlayStation running, right? I'd leave it running
on
all day.
So you've took your memory card out.
It's somewhere, I don't know where it is.
And because the game's just continuing, you're not losing, but you wouldn't be able to save.
Yeah, you can't save.
So why didn't you just leave it on until you found your memory card?
Well, that's what I was doing. I was just leaving it running.
Oh, right, okay.
I was just leaving it running. I was like, sweet, I'll leave this running because I can't lose a save. I've been trying to do this level I've managed it. Yeah, I'm making progress. I don't want to lose the progress. It's not like nowadays where it just sort of saves to the PlayStation. Everything's sweet. You got a million different save files. You never run out of space until you get 50 gigabyte
until
games.
you download COD.
Yeah, until you download COD, you got no space anymore. And the problem I had was I tried this one before, and what would happen is my mum would come in and go, "You've left the PlayStation on," and turn it off. I'd come home
excited. Come home excited.
You joking me. So at some point you got to find ways around this. So what I did, I had a little drawer on the TV unit in my bedroom. So I put it in there. I put the PlayStation in there, right? And I was like, it almost caused an echo chamber. It was louder. It was louder. So I was like, right, okay, this is going to work. It's more obvious than anything. So what I did is I stuffed it full of pillows, right? And then encapsulated the red hot PlayStation 2 in pillows and left it running there all day long for no one to find, only to hope that there wasn't a fire cause. I don't think I was thinking of this at the time, but that's the sort of struggles you had to go through.
Yeah, I remember those days. I remember the PlayStation 2 fan being really loud and playing on it and being told it's time for bed, it's 2 a.m, and having to put something behind the fan to stop the noise.
Just to stop it.
But then it would heat up.
Yeah. Then it would melt up.
It shut
just
down.
Wouldn't work. Yeah, everything would go wavy. But I don't know about you. To get those gigabytes, well, the megabytes back then, you had the big ones, your 16, 32 megabyte, the huge ones, where you didn't have to worry about saving over shit. You used to get the off-brand ones, remember, Mad Cats?
Mad Cats, yeah.
Yeah, you get all the off-brand Mad Cats. Some chump would have a Mad Cats controller. You go around your friend's house, they've got the proper one. You've got the Mad Cats one that had the button in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know what the button did, but it went in turbo mode.
Yeah.
Remember? And then you press turbo mode, it would just press start and stop all the time. It would pause the game and unpause it really quickly. I don't know what turbo mode was even intended for, if anyone knows.
I think it only applied to some games.
What game requires turbo mode?
The game where it didn't have a turbo mode option, it would just the pause menu would just flash on and on. But yeah, I never had the Sony official ones. I think
I had one.
I had the big Mad Cat one, which was uncomfortable to play. You couldn't press the buttons and the R1 and R2 at the same time.
Oh, what, the official controllers? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, you also had the memory cards, but either way, the Mad Cat stuff was just not as good as the other one. Now, what really annoyed me was I thought we were getting to a day and age where you get rid of the goddamn memory card issue when we went to PlayStation. What would it have been? PlayStation 3. Xbox 360.
It's saved on the...
But dirty Xbox 360 still had them. You look like an Xbox 360 kind of guy.
Oh, no? Sony all the way. I got an Xbox One because I upgraded my phone and I got a free Xbox One with it.
I had an Xbox One too, yeah.
So I got
and my PlayStation 2. Wow,
but then I got... Then I stayed Xbox One and then I made the move to PS4. Never had a Never had a PS3 because I had.
So you were a dirty Xbox guy. Would you have Xbox 360?
No, I had an Xbox One.
What? You went PS2 to Xbox One?
Yeah,
you just skipped a generation.
Yeah, I didn't think I had. No, I definitely didn't have a PS3. It might have been an Xbox. It might have been an Xbox 360.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
but it was white.
Stick a dirty Xbox guy. Yeah, white.
And it had a really huge adapter.
Did they have the... Yeah, that's it. Did it have the ring? Did it have the ring?
The
ring of death?
Ones,
yeah, the old ring of death, yeah. That's because Xbox was just the lesser quality product. You would buy it. The reason Xbox made it so big in Xbox 360s, obviously it had the online and every fuck was online on that. Whereas I saved up my pennies for a PlayStation 3 the day it came out, which was 4 months after Xbox 360. So everyone's already on the Xbox 360 train. I'm staying true. Loyal to PlayStation. And then these guys are like, oh no, Xbox 360 is so much better. Ring of Death says otherwise. But then alongside that, you still got memory cards. To get it cheap, because it was way cheaper than the PlayStation 3. It's because it came with, you could buy it without the hard drive.
Yeah, the digital version or something.
Yeah,
it was £100 cheaper. It's I'll just get that one. I think that's the one that I got for Christmas.
Yeah, and then, because everyone got that for Christmas because it's cheap. And then there's me on my loans and playing PlayStation 3. And then when it came out, PlayStation 3 was the boy. And it lasted way longer.
Almost dome-shaped like
it was
a bit like the
spaceship.
Batmobile. Yeah,
it was huge. It had the Spider-Man font on it. They'd ripped off Spider-Man. I don't remember that.
Oh yeah,
it was a Spider-Man font.
PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I don't know where they got that from, but yeah, that just infuriated me that you were buying an Xbox and then you were buying a hard drive, and if you didn't have that, you had memory cards still. There's no need to have that.
Yeah.
Who was taking that?
But the kind of
online game.
Yeah, it's bad. But you know what I miss the most about PlayStation? The intro on PlayStation 1.
With the little PS.
I miss that. Like, bring that back.
What about a PS2 with those sort of towers in the smoke thing that used to come up? That was when you could choose. You could go on your memory card. If you remember, the memory card, like all the saves, they had like little logos of the game, but like ones that would move. Like the NBA one was like a guy bouncing the basketball. Remember that?
Yeah, so Xbox wasn't it like, and then I think that's what happened. I had the Xbox, a white Xbox with a giant plug thing, and it's huge. Had to move my telly away somewhere else because I couldn't fit the Xbox on, and the wire wasn't quite long enough to reach the SCART lead.
Yeah,
so it was a whole mess of crap in my bedroom. A mess. And then I was upgrading my phone, and I got the Xbox One S, I think, after that. But then I think I got PS4. And then I hung on to PS4 for a long time until our last got his PS5 last year. And that's the best console.
That's where everyone cool's ended up was with the PS5.
Yeah.
What's the new Xbox called? Xbox Super Xbox? Because it was like Xbox and then Xbox 360 because 2 sounded inferior to PlayStation 3. So then they went Xbox 360 and then the next one was Xbox One. Is that right?
The Xbox One, and then they had the One S, which was the cheap digital version.
And what's it called now? The fridge looking thing.
Oh, that
the Xbox Power Cube
dehumidifier thing.
Yeah. What's that called?
Is it Xbox X or something? I don't know. Z?
Xbox
Pro.
It's so weird, man. But I always have this memory way back when. Did you ever have a saved game that you saved over by accident?
No, but like,
or you formatted the memory card.
What happened? I've had happened many times in the past. I'm sure it's happened to you when you save's good and you think it's fine, and you haven't saved it properly, or you've turned the PlayStation off and your save is corrupted file.
Oh yeah, and you've got to start afresh.
You've got to start again.
Mate, the worst game for that. Did you ever play Final Fantasy?
No.
Nah, I used to play a bit of Final Fantasy. Lucky for me, right?
It's a nerdy game.
It is a nerdy game, right? But lucky for me, I kind of stayed away from it. So I had an older brother who was like 2 years older than us. So what tended to happen was he would be playing the game. I would watch him play the game. His save would be a long way ahead of mine. I'd watch him clock it, then I would drift off. One time I kept up with him was Final Fantasy X. I was playing that for months. I was getting so far. I was sweet. Everything was great. I went on one of those summer camps. Yeah. So to Holy Island. And I came back. The parents picked us up. And then one of the first things in the car, I remember this distinctly today, was my mum had to say, and just by the way, Max accidentally saved over your Final Fantasy. So it was just an accident though. So he didn't.
That's the first thing. How long were you at summer camp for?
It's like a week.
Oh, right.
And I was like, all right, obviously in this audience, you've done this on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I was furious.
Understandably.
Furious. And the thing that still gets me is he must have known how serious this was. Because he's like, Mom, I've done this. You're going to have to tell him.
But he's your older brother.
No, this was my little brother that did that.
Oh, right. Because your older brother would have known what he was doing.
Yeah, he would have known.
He doesn't accidentally.
He would have been saved 1. I'd have been saved 2. Right? Max, he probably saved over with Spyro or some shit like that, man. It wasn't even important. But yeah, man, that's memory cards.
That does bring back good memories. The Need for Speed Underground.
Need for Speed Underground. Maybe we'll do a whole section on that.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, let us know your memories of memory cards, guys. We'll be back after this break.
What happens when rich American tech billionaires think they're rocket scientists? Race to Pluto, the amateur space race reality show. Who will get into orbit first?
Yeah!
Who will burn up on re-entry? And which rich asshole will prove beyond all reasonable doubt they're the biggest dick in the galaxy? Race to Pluto, only on CNT.
Welcome back.
Rough Boyz Radio.
Right, guys, welcome back, Rough Boyz Radio. Hope you've enjoyed everything we went through today. We've looked at quite a bit. But now, as we end the show, let's have a little bit of a reflection moment. Matt, It's the first official release.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think it went?
Yeah, I think it went as well as it possibly can.
Well, that's not really that well. We had all sorts of audio issues these guys don't know about. We had a nightmare.
We started off. We've done a couple of trial runs, sent them out to some friends. Been received okay. Everything's fine. Audio was spot on. The performance of the program was outstanding. Yeah. It was clear as day.
No technical issues
Come in
at
tonight
all.
Thinking, here we go, first official podcast. Got it out on the socials, and we recorded the first segment. We played it back, and there was no audio at
silence.
all. For 25 minutes, we were trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, we almost
picking
lost
up.
that.
We got the volume visuals from the program that it was picking up our voice.
There was hope. It was recorded. It was in the system. But it for some reason it wasn't working. It was trying to spite us. It's Halloween's night that we record this, so some
nonetheless
going down. Nonetheless, went well.
We overcame that,
and now we're here. Now we're here.
I feel like it was a little bit serious with the Pelosi crack, but I don't know how you make that fun.
Well, life is serious, man.
Yeah.
Like, life's serious. Like, Rough Boyz Radio is not just good times all the times. You got to get serious. Because if you don't get serious, how do you know what fun is, right?
That's true.
Speaking of which, we're going to do something that's a bit serious and fun at the same time. So this is going to be the regular outro segment. What we're going to do is take the Rough Boyz voodoo doll, which we've got right here, and we'll post this on the old Insta so you guys can see it. And what we'll do every week is we'll pick somebody to put a bit of a curse on, and we'll see if it works in real life. Last week, it seemed to go
horribly.
We think maybe we did something wrong. I'm not sure. We chose Miguel Almiron.
So we chose Almiron
because we hate him. We hate Miguel Almiron. He's been playing very well for Newcastle.
We're Sunderland fans.
Yeah. We really wanted to do really badly, so we really aimed for his left. I was going for the cruciate ligament.
But no, we had 3 pins in. We had one in the knee.
They were all in the knee. We went hard on that left leg, and then he scored a screamer with his left.
He scored an absolute.
It was a great goal.
Was it his first touch as well? Did the ball come out?
I think it was a cross by the looks of it.
I mean,
he was shaping up to cross the ball.
No. It is what it is.
It gets windy sometimes in that stadium.
I just think he's a streaky player, though. But anyway,
we put it in the wrong way. I think that's what we did.
But we should have put it in the back of his knee.
Maybe. I don't know. The instructions with the voodoo doll said use the white pins for good luck and use the black pins for bad luck. It didn't have any pins with it, so I've just got these safety pins.
So they're silver? They're just silver, so the knees are black or white?
Right, I'll tell you what. Well, I've got a black marker pen. Right, let's try and do this properly, right? There's no point starting voodoo cults if you're not even going to do it properly. So we're going to colour that in properly. Yeah, we'll see if that sticks on. Right, that is now. Can you confirm, Matt? Is that a black pin? It looks like a black pin to me.
That's a black pin.
Right, okay, right. That's a black pin. Right. So, who are we going for?
Paul Pelosi.
Paul Pelosi?
I mean,
what are we saying? Why?
Because to see what happens, to see if the truth comes out, or.
But where do we get him to reveal the truth? In his heart.
No, in his head.
Right. I'll tell you what. You pick someone, and then I'll pick somebody, and then maybe one of us has the magic.
Yeah. Well, then you pick someone. You just give us a point why it should be that person. I'll give you.
There doesn't need to be a point sometimes.
Okay, then. So who's your guy?
I'm gonna pick Jonathan Ross. I've never really liked Jonathan Ross, but he's never done anything wrong in my eyes, apart from the whole, the Faulty Towers guy and the granddaughter thing. That kind of happened one time. Google it if you're not aware of that. But so Jonathan Ross is going to he's going to break a collarbone right there. Yeah, there it is. Right, so look out, everyone, every day this week. Obviously, this comes out Wednesday. Just Google Jonathan Ross repeatedly and let us know if you hear anything. Jonathan Ross, if you're listening, please get in touch. If you do, just tweak your shoulder, and it's obviously not newsworthy because I guess that's what I'm running the risk of here, right?
Yeah.
If the injury's not newsworthy, then should I put it in the heart? Because then
it's your guy.
Well, I'm just thinking there needs to be something serious, right? I think that's why we chose a sports person, because you know about the injuries.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not going to find out if Jonathan Ross has slipped on his bike. Crashed on his bike. And
right.
We're not going to know about it. But if he dies, we'll know about it.
Well, no, it's just his collarbone. You might have fought.
Yeah,
took a
but
fall.
you said you wanted to put it in his heart.
Yeah, but
because we're not going to know if Jonathan Ross breaks a bone, are we? Why would we know about that? You pick your place.
Is Countdown like live? Is that how recently is that recorded?
I have no idea.
What's the woman from the Dictionary Corner?
Oh, I got a photo with her at work.
No, not that one.
Oh,
not Rachel Riley.
Oh.
Who's the? You know what I mean?
Cal Vorderman.
The nerd one. No, the nerd one. The one that goes to the dictionary. And just,
they're all nerds, aren't they?
Well, that one, right? If anyone knows, it's that one, right? So she'll obviously come in a sling or something, right? So I'm going to do that again, but I'm going to picture her.
So you're not doing Jonathan Ross?
Well, he might have got, but I'm afraid I'm not going to be aware of it if he does get hurt. So I'm going to do someone. I'm going to do another one. Sorry, Matt. You can have a go next. But right, okay, in the shoulder, wearing a sling. I can envisage it now. Right, that's right. So Dictionary Corner and Jonathan Ross might potentially get injured. I'm just gonna colour this pin in black so it works with the magic. That's what the spell said. There you go, Matt. Who are you going for?
I'm going for Paul Pelosi.
Right.
And I'm going direct hit.
You do realise you're just putting us in the category of far right extremists right now?
How so?
Well,
because
that guy supposedly had issues with them. He had like a blog.
Uh-huh.
This is like a blog, right? You went on a tirade before, and now you're trying to voodoo him in the heart.
Well, I just think if nothing happens, then nothing happened, and what we know is the truth, and we can get on with our lives knowing that.
So when you've put that in his heart, what do you think the outcome's going to be? That he's going to start spilling the truth, or he's going to die of a heart attack?
Truth is in the heart. Home is where the heart is.
I guess that's kind of true.
Yeah.
So what?
So basically, what I'm hoping, one or two things is going to happen. The facts are going to come out, or the other guy's going to end up dying. He's going to end up committing suicide.
Well, who did you picture when you did that?
Paul Pelosi.
So Paul Pelosi would have to die, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the bad thing needs to happen to Paul, not Dee.
If
Pepe, what's his name? Yeah.
No, the bad thing would happen to Paul if, in fact, it's true that it's all a cover-up.
And if it's not true?
And if it's not true, then nothing will happen to him.
Who did you picture when you stabbed that?
Paul.
You do realise it doesn't matter whether it's true or not. He's going to get hurt.
Well, it didn't happen to Miguel Almiron. But
you don't know what happened after the game. I don't know how. There might be a delay to it. It might be a couple of, it might be a week.
I'm intending to meme Paul Pelosi. And
right, let's just going to redact that statement just in case we're cancelled as a result of that. But yes, look out for Countdown, guys. Let's see if that woman from Countdown, I'll picture her, the nerdy one, if she's wearing a sling, or if anyone hears through the grapevine about Jonathan Ross tweaking his shoulder slightly, please let us know. If anyone can find an image of that, please at the Instagram.
Equally, Paul Pelosi, but we'll know about that. That'll be.
Yeah, that's national headlines.
News.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're bringing the news.
Yeah, we're bringing the news to you. We're starting the news. We're creating the news, and it's going to happen now. But yeah, let us know as always. Get in touch with us via the socials. We're on at Rowdy Rough Boys Radio. No, we're not. That's not true. We're at Rough Boys Radio.
Rough Boys Radio.
Yeah, we are the Rowdy Rough Boys. But at Rough Boys Radio with a Z for boys, because that's how you spell it if you're cool. Also at Rough Boys Radio for Twitter. Also Rough Boys Radio for YouTube. And if there is another platform we exist on, search Rough Boys Radio.
With a Z.
Yeah, with a Z. We'll probably come up. Yeah, and
the website?
Yeah, the website. It's not live yet. It's not live. It will be live, and soon enough we'll get a phone number too. But Gift Graph have dropped the ball on that one. So sucks to be those guys. Anyways, catch you guys next week.